It is a beautiful, beautiful fall morning here in East Tennessee, but it's going to turn off cold. But believe it or not, we actually have some snow flurries in the forecast for this coming week. So with that being said, we got to use today. We got to get this coop winterized. Just a couple of little things that we're going to do to make sure that the girls are good for the winter time. One of those being wrapping our runs. So right now I'm just going to measure everything out and record that on my phone, and then we'll come back to you. The screens are, it's 20 foot round on one side. Hardware cloth itself is 4 foot. So what we probably need is a 20 by 6. Let's make a supply run, see what we can find. Had to stop by the bean house this morning to get some fuel. They released their new holiday menu, and this one is a gingerbread latte. My God, it's so good. I think I got what I needed, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I had the general idea of what I wanted to do when I went into the store, but I didn't have it mapped out, and I wish I would have, because it left me like just trying to figure out things in the store, and I don't like that. Anyway, so I went with this. It's just plastic sheeting, clear plastic sheeting, and I'm hoping it's heavy duty enough. I'm just gonna kind of staple it around the run. So let's do that. Just a little bit of an education tip when it comes to chickens. Now, they're not wimps. Their bodies adjust to the climate as they go. Some are better than others. We tried to get some pretty weather tolerant breeds that can withstand cold and hot and that kind of thing. But our weather here doesn't necessarily get like freezing for a long time. Now, about 2 years ago, it dropped below 0 degrees for about 3 days in January. And that is unheard of for this area. So if that tells you anything about our climate. The big thing is we're not going to be doing any sort of heat in the coop, that kind of thing. The big thing is just being able to keep the wind off of them. Other than that, they're going to be just fine. What I've got here is this plastic. We're just around the run that will keep the wind off of the girls and they can still go outside. Now, we also have our shutters that we can close in case of a storm or whatever. But my thought process is you still want them to be able to be exposed to light. If it's so dark in there, one, they're going to get depressed. Two, they're not going to be laying eggs. I got clear plastic because if I wrap the runs, I can leave the shutters open and they still get daylight and they still get to go outside and that kind of thing, but they're still protected from the wind and the bitter cold. Does that make sense? And then the two that are not, the two that are in the little vestibule here, those shutters, that we get a snowstorm or a windstorm or something like that, I'll just come out and close those at that time. All right, so let's get to it. Done. Let me show you the finished product and why I did what I did. So it don't look too bad on either side. Now what I done was, other than here and the door because you can't, I just let it run all the way and then I folded it onto the ground for about a foot, and then I put a cinder block on it all the way around. That's going to serve as a couple of purposes. The first thing is it's going to keep any drafts from getting up underneath it. But the second thing is kill the grass around there, and then also in the spring, early spring when it starts to grow, it'll keep it from growing back. And then that way, hopefully it'll be killed off permanently for next year, because what I'm doing right now is coming in with weed killer all the way around every few weeks, because Justin McFall and them who cut our grass don't want to get near that with an industrial weed eater. They're afraid it'll tear it up. So, two purposes. Also, let me show you something else that's really cool. Stepping into these runs, it is probably 10 to 15 degrees warmer already because of the sun. Now we've got extreme heat is gone for the year, so I don't worry about these girls overheating. But in the winter time, what that is going to do is that's going to keep, as the temperatures drop, The sun will come out. It's kind of got that greenhouse effect. It's going to keep this inside warm because it's all kind of boxed in, with an exception of the vestibule. And like I said, bad storms come, that kind of thing, we'll just close those shutters up there. Everything will be nice, warm, and cozy. We didn't have to use heat. We're using the sun. Ventilation is important. Now, the coop, because of the bell in the front, and then all the way through the top, Justin and them at East Tennessee Coops did a great job. There's ventilation that's open all the way. So there will be breeze to kind of help things stay moving. But ultimately, one simple thing winterized this entire coop. So these girls are ready for the winter. All right, y'all. I'm sweating. I'm gonna go clean up my mess and shower and rest for a minute. So I love y'all. Thanks for doing this with me.